Actually, my mom and my sisters made me want to rush. They all told me how much fun it was and how nice it was to be a part of. I guess another second family. Like these girls are your best friends. Go. So for the first day of Rush Week, you go to every single house, and it gives you a chance to see how you fit in and if you like it and if you feel good and you can see yourself living there potentially. Um, and then after that, you you later that night you rank the houses in how you like them. First being the best, obviously, and then ninth being the worst. And the next day you get invited back to 7 houses or less, depending on if they don't like you or not. And then from there on, you do the same thing. You go to each house that you're invited back to, and later that night, you rank them. The next day, you're getting eliminated from 2 more. And so it's 3 days long, and then the last night is prep night, where you get invited back to 3 houses. You spend about an hour each house, basically, and then you basically get on a more personal level with the girls. That kind of sounds stupid, but you get on a more personal level, and then that's your final night to say, okay, which house do I see myself living in? Do I see these girls being my best friends one day? Do I see them being my bridesmaids? Do I see them, being there for me through anything and everything? So, and then you hopefully get your house that you want. You pick what house you want to be in, and if they like you back, then they will invite you and you get it. So for suicide, if you want one house and one house only, when you go later that night to rank your houses, you actually put all of them on one side saying you don't want to be a part of this house, and then you leave that one house over. But if that house doesn't give you or invite you back for the second day, then you basically are automatically dropped from Greek Week or from Rush Week because you said you didn't want to be a part of any other house except for this house. So very, very rarely will you get invited back to the houses that you dropped. And I do know somebody who did this, and she's not in a sorority. She didn't get invited back, so it kind of just doesn't really help you. Mainly all of our activities that we do are for our philanthropies, which we do one in fall semester, one in spring semester. Every sorority has a different philanthropy that they raise money for. Um, but for us, what we do is we pick our philanthropy every year. So fall semester, we did the one that our sorority, Kappa Kappa Gamma, does nationally. And then spring semester, we actually supported a cause because a girl in our house, her brother just passed away with cancer. So we did a philanthropy to raise money to support research for that cancer. So we picked something more personal based, and that's what we raise our money for. For us, we get paired with another frat, and we actually go ahead and make a Facebook group page. And then from there on, there's a separate page made for each activity that we do for Greek Week. So Powder Puff, football, and then Songfest. And then there's a few other smaller activities, but those are the 2 main ones. And every sorority and frat loves to participate in Greek Week. It's the best competition you could possibly have among the houses, and it's just a fun, healthy competition, and it's impacted me a lot. It's given me the chance to become friends with a bunch of other people on campus rather than the girls on my dance team or the girls in my dorm. And other than that, it gives you a really good chance to just volunteer and I guess feel good about yourself because you're doing something good for a good cause, and you're just living with 100 of your best friends in one house, and you have spa nights, you have all these different sisterhoods that we can do, and it's actually a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be.